You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnnie.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 217.
217, man, on Red Zone Ralph, because it's Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday. Hey, new listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated, the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph across your social media platforms.
On Twitter, I'm JON, 2 underscores, the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Also, special shout out to WDJY-FM 99.1 in Atlanta.
ATL, ho.
Yeah, man. Shout out to OS Gang down there in Georgia.
Oh, man.
We here.
Yeah, we are here, man. Yeah, as I said, this is Super Bowl Sunday. We always record on Sunday, so you will hear this after the conclusion of any hot takes we got about this whole game and situation. They'll either age like wine or age like milk. We gonna see what's gonna happen.
Terribly, we gonna see.
But Johnny,
yeah, man,
how you doing today, brother?
I'm good, man. Yeah. A successful weekend of being outside for Mardi Gras.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm cool. Didn't get too drunk.
Yeah.
Got to get outside and feel the vibes. This is probably the warmest Mardi Gras we've had in a long time. And by warm, I do mean it was like 55 or something like that.
Yeah.
So kind of chilly, but it was, enough to be outside and get lit.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
No, man, it's been good. Yeah. I know we have been talking off mic a lot about like shoe game and all that. Yeah. Like I purchased my first pair of Kohans.
Ooh,
my first pair.
Spiffy.
It's funny. Thank you. It's funny because I went to the mall to like go find some because I know I've seen them in like Dillard's and all that.
Yeah.
But ended up buying them online because one of my credit cards had a
coupon or something.
Like
I know the game.
You spend
bro. Yeah.
you spend a certain amount, you get something back. So it's lit.
Yeah,
it's lit, bro.
So what you talking about?
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
I love it, man.
Trying to get on my grown man, leaning into my uncleness. Y'all know that's my mantra for 2024.
When you start wearing hard bottoms just because, bro, we got to have a conversation. Like we can't get to that.
No, please.
Hard bottoms and leather pants like that.
Leather pants?
I know leather pants is crazy.
No.
Listen, I'm midlife crisis. I don't care. My knees out right now, nigga. What you talking about? I am not going to the leather pants route.
If anybody, I definitely expect Ralph to come talk to me if I ever have leather pants on.
Leather pants?
I don't think my girl gonna let me wear leather pants.
It's like maybe if it's the pants, but if you get the whole joint, like you
what?
get the shirt
this is
to
not
match,
this is
the
not
top
delirious.
to match too.
No, I am not on my Eddie Murphy. No, I am not a comedian. I do not. No, I am.
There's
cool.
never an event to where I need to have leather on.
All leather, everything?
Nah,
absolutely not.
Nah.
Anyway, how are you?
I'm good, man. Kind of like in the same boat as you, just kind of recovering from the weekend that is Mardi Gras here in the St. Louis area.
Yeah, man.
Man, I was outside Friday and Saturday, so just recovering. Like you said, it was a decent day weather to be outside and frolic and walk around and drink. And
frolic is a good word.
Yeah, frolic is definitely what I was doing. So, you know what I'm saying? But, other than that, man, everything is cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying my time off.
And look,
I'll be talking like I'm laid off or something. Like, they just said no overtime. I'm like, no.
I know you got to feel the extra time with something.
Boy, what? It's sad out here, man.
That's how Ralph ended up being out 2 nights in a row.
Right, exactly. Because any other time I'm like, nah, brother, I gotta work. I gotta work, man.
Bro, oh my God, I definitely hit somebody with that's all right, brother. Like at the mall Friday. So Friday was kind of warm. Like it was a little warm outside, but I was still bundled up because I'm trying not to get sick.
Yeah.
So we walked in the mall. There's a guy cashing out, and he looked at me and said, "Hey, did the temperature drop or something?" Like you scared me. I was like, oh no. I just don't want to get sick.
Hey.
And after a quick exchange, I just I'm trying to leave because he's still talking. You know how old cats do.
Oh yeah.
And I said, oh, I ain't mean to scare you, brother. And I walked off.
Listen, man. I hear the person with the brother of the chief. The chief.
Chief? Oh,
yeah, yeah. I'm there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Chief?
It just comes out, man. It's just like, hey, man.
Yikes. Hey, Chief. That might be the episode title already.
Hey, man.
Hey, Chief.
It'll work good if the Chiefs actually win the game too. Like,
that's hilarious.
That is crazy, man. But I guess, man, do you want to get in Super Bowl predictions or just kind of say that on the other side off the dome?
We here. Why not?
All right, man. Well, I mean, the big game is going on soon, right? it hasn't started yet for us. But Johnny, what do you have to say about anything going on with the game? Any expectations for celebrity sightings or such, or any trailers you want to see? Like anything.
Listen, off top, like I know all the ladies and music heads are excited to see Usher, which I am too.
Yeah,
but none of that matters because Deadpool 3's trailer is supposed to premiere at some point during halftime.
Yeah.
So that's all that really matters for real to me.
Okay.
I know Usher gonna kill it. I ain't really concerned about that.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping for a good football game.
Yeah.
I mean, you really can't. At this point, you really can't bet against Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I have this strange feeling that Brock Purdy is just gonna like put up some stupid like passing yards. Like I don't know. And this again, like Ralph said, this could either age great, or like 2% milk.
Right. Man,
so we go see. We go see. So
milk, goddamn. Man, like, I know it's crazy, but no, I mean, I share your sentiment. I just want a great game. I don't discount Usher's entertainment value when it comes to the halftime show. I just hope he proves whatever doubters he has wrong.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like I don't know what I don't know. Maybe because I go, comic board diving. You see the hate, like
for sure. Man,
yeah, it's like why I didn't know niggas hated Usher. Like you know what I'm saying? I
never really understood that.
I know. Well, this is the thing. When has there ever been a halftime performer in their prime, right? That really had the halftime show on lock? Because even if you want to pull like NSYNC Justin Timberlake situation, they were like an ensemble. Like that was like a
for sure.
Those type of things. Like ensembles are different, but when you solely got it, you are past whatever prime you have. You still have a level performing. Like even when Mike had it, he was the first celebrity to have it. This is Mike in '93. With all due respect, this ain't '80s Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not. It's on the tail end, right? So like James Brown did. He was old as hell. Like you know what I'm saying? Like even when they had didn't they have Rolling Stones out there?
I feel like that might have happened.
They had the the tongue stage, like they had all that. I remember. You know what I'm saying? They had Prince out there. Like, you had people out there. The only person that probably had it solely by themselves is Beyonce.
Did she? One Bruno Mars?
Because she did it twice.
That's
what I'm saying. It was like the New Orleans Super Bowl where the power went up.
Got it. Shit, even that was the second time. That wasn't even the first time.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. So the other time she had Bruno and Coldplay. So it's like,
damn, that's crazy.
Really, when do people in their prime have it? It's just like that's the argument I see against Usher. That's the part that kind of irritates me.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned artists not having solo Super Bowl performances. So it's already been confirmed that Alicia Keys is going to be coming out to perform. So let me ask, do you think anybody else is coming out?
I hope so, because of all the Usher songs he could perform, My Boo was not the one.
That's not the one.
That's not the collab we was hoping for. I'm pretty sure since Ludacris and Lil Jon were a part of the Apple Music promotion, I'm pretty sure Yale gets performed in its entirety. You know what I'm saying? Where Luda and Lil Jon make an appearance.
That would be fire. That would be. I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at that.
I'm pretty like.
It would be crazy for it not to happen.
Yeah, like they done got Tim Cook involved. Like this is an Apple Music thing, right? They got Tim Cook, the CEO, Taraji, Lil Jon, and Usher to do like a 5-minute mini movie commercial.
Fire.
Which is dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking it. It was like in Hangover style. We lost Usher. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was funny. Like I enjoyed it.
Apple is so big of a sponsor that a music video to a song on Usher's new album, like when you watch the video, it starts by saying this video was shot on iPhone 15 Pro.
All right.
Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
the video was fire though.
Yeah, hey, man. But nah, like you said, off the Usher thing, we'll see how that ages. But I think it'll be a great show. Deadpool 3.
Listen.
I think we're riding on this Deadpool film to be great. And I mean, for all intents and purposes, right? Even though 2 wasn't like the best, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. And it made the money it was supposed to make.
Yep.
To warrant a third,
Absolutely. And for it to be Deadpool 2 came out in what?
18 on
2018?
Yeah.
Okay. So we almost how many years later is this? Not 10, 6.
Not 6.
See, look, quick math.
Because the first one came out 16, 18, and then all that stuff happened with Fox and Marvel.
That's right.
Which probably delayed what the movie could have been.
That's right.
And then now we got a perfect reason to shoehorn it back in to the, the comic book lore or movie, whatever.
I mean, the fact that this is the only Marvel movie we're getting this year, I think it has a lot riding on it.
It definitely does. And I mean, the comedic value that Deadpool has with the breaking the fourth wall is definitely going to work with the Super Bowl and all that. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, man. So we'll see. Super Bowl 58.
Man, listen, I don't keep.
I don't know. Yeah, okay. Well, listen.
Especially
again,
my team ain't. I don't give a damn. Like I just want a good game. I don't care about none of that.
Word. Listen, we'll watch the game and wake up tomorrow and see how bad these takes. How good or bad these takes age. So
exactly.
See,
man. So what we doing off the dome?
Off the dome.
I got a quick question. I think you enjoy it, man. You go out, you share different experiences when you go out. You party with the whites, the blacks, the anybody in betweens, right?
Word.
So. Black people have their anthems. Like we talked about swag surf and all that great stuff as we do.
Oh, yeah.
So what would you consider like a white people's anthem? Shout out to my Anglo brothers and sisters.
The first thing that Anglo brothers. I'm sorry. I just called that.
Okay. During Black History Month, this is a crazy question.
That's insane, but we gonna roll with it. The first song that came to mind is "Eye of the Tiger." That's the first thing that comes to my mind because I've been in situations where that song come on and they just it get different. It gets different for them.
Yeah, there's so many ways you can go with this because you be around, they get turned up. But Lil Cotton Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe.
No, Cotton Eye Joe. Where did you go? Cotton Eye Joe.
All right, maybe I'm not cultured. I don't think I know this.
Oh, that's crazy. You gotta go. You won't be partying with the whites like that. Okay, let's find another song.
Wait,
that didn't go over the way I thought. Okay,
wait, I'm finna write that down because I want to check that out. I don't think I'm familiar.
What about Don't Stop Believing?
Oh, nah, that one. Okay. Oh yeah, for
sure. What about
Cotton
Paradise City?
Joe. How does that go? Sometimes I don't be knowing the name.
To the Paradise City where the girls are
oh
pretty
man, what?
The girls are pretty.
Why don't you take me home?
Yeah.
I know that one. I know some of these words.
Hey man, we can go Guns N' Roses all day. Like, like what? What we talking about? Welcome to the jungle.
Oh, we got fun and games. Hey. Oh no, yeah, I like that. I like that.
Go down there.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, so for my off the dome.
Okay.
25 years ago. Ooh. The year is 1999.
Okay.
Some say this is the time period where the golden era of hip hop is going away. Some say this is the start of the golden era of hip hop.
Okay.
So I have 3 singles or 3 songs that came out in 1999. I want you to rank these 3 songs.
Okay.
Hip hop songs.
Okay.
All right.
Number
1, Dr. Dre, The Next Episode. Number 2, Nas, Hate Me Now. Number 3, BG, Bling Bling.
Ooh, okay.
I want you to rank these 3 songs.
These are bad bitches being put against each other. Okay.
See it different coasts, different genres within hip hop, like different sounds.
People gonna say I'm hating.
Go for it.
All right. I'm gonna go off of how I feel. And this is crazy. I'm actually going to agree with the way you gave them. You listed them. Right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. The next episode, I think, is the more superior of all the songs.
Okay.
I mean, it's just the breakdown with Nate Dogg is always going to be epic. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, big facts.
Like, and the production on that song, like it felt like a cinematic masterpiece. Mm-hmm. Like the way that it's produced. So I'll give you that one. Hate Me Now. One of the Nas songs that I will never sit here and hate on. even if I tried.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then, you know, I think the video puts it over the top for me because that image of Diddy spitting Cristal at the camera, knowing the reasoning behind it. I can't, now that I've heard that, I could never like get that out of my brain. And then Bling Bling, I always have an affinity for Cash Money, especially in that era. And then, I mean, not to mention that song is in the Webster, you know, that word is in the Webster's dictionary. So that was gonna be my reasoning for making it number one, but nah. Nah. So next episode, Hate Me Now, then Bling Bling.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. I definitely have next episode at number one.
Okay.
Like the song itself, the production, Nate Dogg, everything about the song is damn near perfect.
Yeah.
So it's the next episode.
Yeah.
Number two, by an edge, I think I'm going Bling Bling.
Hey, listen, you can.
I think I'm going Bling Bling.
I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at this.
Even outside of the song, like it created a term that is still used today.
Yes.
Like bling, like it.
Bling is
shit
still used,
is in the dictionary, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and nothing against Hate Me Now because it's also still a fire song, right? Video, all of that, but I don't know. Bling Bling to me just slightly edges Hate Me Now when it comes to ranking, especially today in 2024. So
I'm not knocking it. It's just know when the Hate Me Now come on. Escobar season
has returned.
I know. It's just all right.
Nah, damn.
Yeah,
right.
I know.
You're right.
No, that's just me though. But hey, people, we can sit here and do this all day. But that was off the dome, man. If you can figure out a white people's anthem, let us know what that is. Even during Black History Month.
Yeah. And then rank these songs from 1999. The next episode, Hate Me Now or Bling Bling. Let us know, man.
Hey, OS family, what's happening? that took me off, bro.
It is still Black History Month.
Right, I know. But OS gang, what's happening, family and kinfolk, man? We got a few topics here on the OS news docket. It's a slim week.
Yeah, right.
But we here to talk our shit on something though. But last week while I was recording, or at least before we was recording, the Grammys went down.
Yeah, man.
And it's a hot button issue anytime the Grammys pop out, especially in social media land, especially amongst us in the culture. We have to discuss these things, which is quite unfortunate, you would say. It's like
only when it's tied to like some bad news, right?
It's always tied to something, right? But we have to start here with Killer Mike sweeping the traditional rap categories, I would say, right?
Yeah.
He won best new rap album. I mean, not best new rap album, best rap album, best rap performance, and I think it's best vocal performance or something like that.
I think
something to that effect. But he won 3.
Yep. Man, first of all, hold on. Let's gotta hit the applause again because it's dope to see somebody who has been in rap for so long, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take the time to put the additional effort into a project. When he went on his media run for the album, he said how much money he put into it, the time it took to actually craft these songs, put the album together. And how he actually wanted a Grammy. Like he said that, especially on the Joe Budden podcast. He sat there with them and said, "Hey, this is what I'm going for with this project." Yeah. And the fact that he succeeded in that, like, is really, really dope to see, especially as someone who's his age, right?
Mm-hmm.
We say all the time like rap is a young man's game, but we see time and time again when these artists put the time and the effort to craft an album that's a masterpiece to get awarded for that is amazing. It's dope, and to see it was great, man.
Yeah, because Nas won last year or was it the year before? Because I know Kendrick won. I don't know if that was last year. I think Kendrick won last year, right?
Yeah, it might have been the year before.
But the reason I'm bringing that up is because you see they picked the artsier of the book.
Yes,
that's why I said that. So you got Kendrick, Nas, and then now a Killer Mike winning. It's kind of on brand if we're going we're trending in a certain direction with what they've been picking as best rap Grammy, right?
You know what? Did Tyler win last year for best rap? Call Me If You Get Lost. Was that No, that was 22.
If it was Kendrick year, now Kendrick won.
Okay.
If it was last year, because Kendrick performed last year, right? Yeah.
Okay, so they had to be that was 22 then, because he won with Drama, right? Tyler.
Or maybe it was when did Nas been on the run, and I know Nas won as well.
He won for the first King's Disease. So what year was that?
No, I thought it was 2.
Was it 2?
Hold on. Well,
let's get our facts straight.
Right. But even then, that's still not a bad pick. Like,
no, not at all.
The reason I'm saying that, and I know you interjected that, but it's still just an artsier pick. There's no consensus like pick where people were just like, oh, this album was the most popular, so we're just gonna give it to them. Like, arguably, these are the best rap albums of each year.
Yeah,
in circles that really debate rap.
Yeah, so it says after 13 nominations, his 13th studio album, King's Disease, won his first Grammy for Best Rap Album.
So it was the first King's Disease.
And that was 2020.
Okay,
yeah.
So you was right. Tyler in 21, then Kendrick 22.
Okay, there we go.
Now 23, we got Killer Mike. But still, just getting back to Killer Mike and the effort that he put into this album, this album is different from any Killer Mike album. It sounds like what you want from a good rap artist to make in the mainstream.
For sure.
Like what you want your good rappers to make in the mainstream, right? They put the effort into production, they put the effort into song placements and
features
hooks
make
and
sense,
features, all that made sense. It took a story, right? Because this album is different than the rap, acronym album, right? Or any Run the Jewels album. Killer Mike ain't changed,
right?
As far as his rapping,
right?
We've always respected Killer Mike for those that know, right? But now we get to where the disrespect comes from the kids or the people that like, who listens to Killer Mike and all those things. And I hate the notion that, oh, you can't name 5 Killer Mike songs, so this, like, I hate those arguments like that. It kind of dismisses like, oh, so you're not open to new music just because it's not popular on the radio. And
I think that's where a lot of the younger generation are kind of misguided, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get it. They hear what they hear. They're around their friends. They all listen to the same things. Cool, I understand, because we were like that at one point.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as hip hop as a genre gets older, because again, hip hop is only 50, right? Mm-hmm. It's only 50, so we're entering new territory where we have artists that are staying in the game longer, i.e. a Killer Mike, right?
Yeah. And
the fact that he's been able to win this Grammy at his age hopefully sheds a light to the younger generation that, hey, it's people that came out that was in hip hop before the people that you even know, that you only know.
20 years in.
20 years in. And even before them, it was way more people before them too. But let's just stick to the Killer Mike generation, who's still putting out quality albums.
Yeah.
The elder statesmen in hip hop right now that are still putting out quality albums, like a Killer Mike, like a T.I. that just put album out a couple years ago, Libra, like all of our elder statesmen. Styles P, he keep putting shit out. Like there are older hip hop artists still making great music, and because there are, yes, you should go check it out if you claim to love hip hop the way you do.
But yeah, they're dismissive of Killer Mike because it's just it's just not the cool pick, and then a lot of them are Travis Scott fans, and rightfully so, because that's your demo, right? And as the Travis Scott guy on the podcast, I'll tell you, Utopia was mid, comparing it to the last projects that I actually like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stood on the fire through with Travis with these other albums, but I can't stand by Utopia and say that it's a Grammy award-winning album when there are better projects right there.
Right, literally.
Like, literally, right?
Yep.
Because if I was to say Travis was going to win a Grammy, it should have been for Astroworld. But then again, this was in 2018. You want to know what's in that category?
I know Kendrick was in there, right?
No.
What was it?
You got Cardi, Invasion of Privacy, who actually won.
Oh, okay.
You had Nipsey with Victory Lap.
Okay.
And then you had Royce with the Book of Ryan.
Oh,
just off of the strength of that. Just off of the strength of that, right?
Yeah, nah.
Nah, exactly.
Nah.
Like, if Astroworld, like, listen, and I love me some Astroworld, but it wasn't. Woo! If they had best melodic rap back then, you'd have got it. But woo!
That's different.
Listen, that's all I'm saying. And Cardi B won that year. No slight to Cardi B, because we love that album.
For sure.
But that's just the point being made. So it's just like, okay, Travis lost again. Like, I don't think people are going to look at Travis Scott as any less of a failure. I mean, any less of a great artist to some, right?
Of course.
Because he didn't win Grammys, because we always get back to this notion of someone not winning a Grammy or not being appreciated, because I mean, you're in the rap category with other people. Somebody's got to lose.
For sure. And then I think Travis is at a point where he's proved that he'll be around for a while, right?
Yeah,
in hip hop. So
Absolutely.
If we just said Nas won his first Grammy in 2020 after 13 nominations, why you think Travis gonna get his right now?
But and then Nas arguably has one of the greatest rap albums ever made to most, like widespread. This is a consensus argument, right? Mm-hmm. So does that diminishes Nas' greatness in this culture?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And then now we get to talking about like snubs and stuff like that. Right now, there's some that believe that SZA had Album of the Year, but you know who she's up against?
Who's she up against?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Bartholomew Swift.
Listen,
I don't know. I don't really have nothing for this.
I don't either because I mean SZA won, but she won the R&B, right?
Yeah.
Her and Victoria Monet cleaned up in their respective
shout out
categories.
to Victoria Monet too.
Shout out to those women. Hold on.
Yeah, hit the round of shout out to those black women.
But when you get to those main categories, bro, you start to feel what Beyonce felt, which we'll get to in just a second. But it's just, hey, listen, bro. Listen, Taylor got, from what I've seen, 3 Album of the Years.
I think this was her 4th.
Okay, well, 4 now.
That's insane. That Album of the Year is a top category
Johnny,
at the Grammys.
Michael Jackson
has won.
I just want to put things into perspective, but Grammy wins only matter to the artists that you want them to matter for. Like people always say, "Oh, well, we don't go there to get validated." Well, they do.
They do.
And it's not an award seat. Like I don't think we're at the point where black artists go to seek their validation. But you need something to kind of put your stakehold in the music industry.
Right.
I can get more money released into my budget to make better projects for this. Yep. If I'm a Grammy Award winner, I can demand the best producers, demand the best engineers, demand these things to make my art better.
It's true.
I get more money for these tours y'all like to come to.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, SZA ain't known as being the most immaculate performer, but goddamn, I heard she put on a good show.
I heard that. Yeah,
I haven't heard bad things about a SZA show.
It's true.
So with that being said, some things have to be used in leveraging, when it comes to getting your money released into these projects. Oh, well, we can go indie. We don't need them. Okay, well, do you niggas buy albums? Because I know I don't.
Right. Exactly.
I pay my $11 to Apple monthly.
And Lowest the Keys, it also dictates the type of venue you can tour in. So like thinking about SZA, right, from Control to SOS. Mm-hmm. Control, she was in the smaller theaters, things like that, and then she just did like a small arena tour. Mm-hmm. So now 3-time Grammy winner, whenever she does decide to release her next album, you know how TDE work. Yeah. But whenever she does decide to go on tour again, she can go to these bigger stadiums now. So that all, like the Grammy Awards and all those things, dictate what they can do with their career going forward. So
it's just stuff like that. But I'm kind of annoyed at the conversation. I mean, hey, I understand some people stand on the side of, oh, the Grammys don't matter, but to them they do. And I know it seems like we're chasing validation, but no, it's not necessarily validation. It's the respect that you gotta snatch from them whites, like you to get what you're properly due. And then sometimes it may seem self-serving, but it's like I'm doing it for a bigger purpose too. Because if I don't do it now, the next person that's the biggest thing ever that's black got to deal with it too. Right. And then now we get to Jay-Z and his speech, right? Because Jay-Z was awarded the Dr. Dre Icon Award or something to that effect.
Yeah, they actually
they be making up awards to give Jay-Z, but they won't give him the Grammys. Like that's crazy.
They debuted that award last year when Dr. Dre received it, and they named it after him.
And then like Jay got like it was like the Lifetime Achievement. It was like either Lifetime Achievement or like some type of award, Millennium Award. It was something crazy because the night he went 8-0 and I was on this podcast talking that shit. He went 0 for 8, my boy. But they.
Dr. Dre Global Impact Award. That's the name of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was a televised award, and then Jay-Z went up there and pretty much freestyled a speech, right? He had points, but when I get nervous, I tell the truth, right? Which was a sound bite. It was a lot of things in there that people took and dissected. I don't know, Johnny, what do you got for it,
bro? First of all, I'm not gonna lie. I really think he did look kind of nervous up there. Like he did. Like I don't know if I've ever witnessed him like in that, in any type of setting where he seemed nervous. I didn't. I don't know, maybe if it was because his daughters was up there with him or what. But shout out to her. You know, she looked great.
Yeah.
But as far as the speech, right? I mean, I think it was great. Yeah. And the fact that he was able to go up there and just call out all the hypocrisies that you know that we've all been saying about the Grammys for a very long time, especially when it comes to Beyonce and her not winning any album of the years.
The major categories. She's never won those.
So going up there and being able to compare, even though he didn't name any names, and saying that, hey, some of y'all shouldn't even be nominated in some of these categories, right? Yeah. And, you know, Jay-Z didn't say names, but automatically everybody thought he was talking about Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I don't know, and we'll get to it in a second. Right? But I think with, like, Jay-Z, like, people, you know, it's like either it's the right message and the messenger is wrong, or the right time, the wrong time. It's always something, right?
Nope. People
are going to dilute the message or miss the message because it was Jay-Z.
Of course.
And who he was talking about, right? People have to really buy into who you guys are, because, you know, it's either one way or the other, right? Either I like Jay-Z and Beyonce because of this, that, and the third, or I really don't like them because of all the publicity and, you know, laud that they get on social media. So it's kind of really no in between, right?
Right.
So do I think he was? He's well within his rights. He's one of the most decorated rappers to be on that Grammy stage, right? He can say that. And then his wife has more Grammys than anybody. But this is the thing. Y'all allowed that, but it's like we just need one Grammy of the year. Album of the year. And the one that she feel like she didn't get, she was robbed. But hey, it happens. And you think that just because she keeps winning them in the R&B or maybe the pop thing is like it's okay. But listen, if she feels like that cements her greatness, hey, you know,
who are we to tell otherwise?
Especially when Taylor got 4.
Man, what?
That's the thing, right? So I don't know. Like I'm not here apologizing necessarily, because I Touche is really a like a rich nigga, like I don't really care. Like I don't have any like dog in the fight, you know, per se.
Hey man, what I will say is Beyonce was trying to avoid you people at that damn man. Look,
listen, she did not want to be there.
She was ducking off. She was trying to hide from the cameras. Like, and low key, I think she was high.
She was high. Like the year she won, I'm the, you know, she the most
lit.
Dedicated. Oh no, Mama's was high.
Man, what? I love it though.
I love it too. But
and her big ass cowboy hat, I love it.
But see, now we got to get into something that's a little bit offshoot. That's kind of like off. Like it's like, why do Beyonce and Taylor Swift keep getting compared?
Man, listen.
It's like, this is the thing, right? And I'll put on my cape for Beyonce a little bit, right?
Okay.
Why wouldn't somebody white? They got to keep comparing her to Beyonce.
Because Beyonce is the epitome of anything in entertainment. Okay. Entertainment. I ain't talking about just music, just entertainment, period.
I got you.
That's it.
And I'm not saying Taylor Swift's not great, because that's not for that. I've never listened to any Taylor Swift's music to really care. Mm-hmm. Nothing that she's made that even crossed my earlobes has made me say, you know what, I need to go check out this whole album. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know she got Bad Blood. I know she got Shake It Off. Dope songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they ain't nothing ever made me say, you know what, I am going to put on this Taylor Swift. And that's not, listen, her music has never crossed the aisle in a way to where I felt like I needed to go listen.
She ain't no Pink.
Listen, it's a lot of other white girls I'll go listen to, but she's just not one of them.
Man, I still go listen to old Britney and Christina Aguilera. Like I'm not turned on Taylor Swift.
I'm not. Something about Taylor Swift just doesn't move the needle in that way. But I'm not discounting her greatness and what she means to people. Certain segment of people. But it ain't flying for me. Now, the reason I okay for Beyonce, like, I just understand what that is. Like, do I listen to every Beyonce project? No. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I do understand what that is. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Man, let me ask this. Before last year, before 2023, were they, because, again, my memory could be shot sometimes, were they making those comparisons before last year?
I don't think so. It may have been, but there's always a crazy tie-in to those because of the Kanye rant back in 2009, 2010. Man, that shit
was hella ago.
But listen, Taylor benefited from that.
For sure.
I know you're not arguing that point, but still,
the version of Taylor Swift we have today is because of Kanye. because
easily
he stole her spotlight, during that VMA.
And I guess comparing her to Beyonce then kind of gets her in the full circle moment now.
That's crazy.
Because Beyonce was the bigger star then, and now Taylor Swift is comparable to that. Because of
Kanye.
Yeah,
because everybody wanted to feel sorry for her and still do after how many ever years later, after apologies and all that shit.
Like even the bad business dealings and stuff like that, she had to go re-record albums, and people gave Taylor a lot of sympathy. And I'm not saying that people aren't warrant sympathy, but I just feel like certain people that look a certain way just don't get those type of chances.
Oh man, for sure.
But Taylor Swift is moving the needle. Like this is the thing, and I think that's why it kind of ties back to Grammys and other things. It's kind of like, well, listen. Yeah, I like for my black artists to win. I'm blackity black. But at the same time, all art is not, universally appreciated. And sometimes, just like they don't appreciate our stuff, I don't appreciate theirs. Beck beat Beyonce the year that everybody felt Beyonce should have won. Beck probably had a good album, but I'm not going to go listen to it either.
Man, what?
Just to make a compare. Like, I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. But the reason I asked if people were making those comparisons before last year, is because I think it's all circumstantial. It just so happened that both of them were on stadium tours.
Yeah. And
in the same year, they both decided to put out, documentaries for said tours. Then the same year.
And then I think Taylor, her ticket sales gross more than Beyonce too.
But see, was that only in the United States? Or was that in total?
I think she had a total world tour. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like they're saying she, outpaced Mike. That's the conversation.
That's what they were saying. Now. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well,
I know, right?
I was only asking because before last year I really didn't see those types of comparisons, but now it just so happened that in the same year they decided to do the same thing as far as touring and movies and all that and merch and all that kind of stuff.
But
so
Beyonce, not discount what the Swifties mean, but it just seems like Beyonce has more of a cult-like following. It seems like Beyonce stuff is more of an event. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
People travel from here to London to go see Beyonce like she wasn't coming here. But listen, I'm not discounting traveling for it. I'm not that type of person. Do what makes you happy.
Man, what?
But you know what I'm saying? I understand the appeal and how it looks. It looks cooler to go to a Beyonce concert in Paris than going to see Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, now this is the thing. If we're comparing, do I think that she sings better? Taylor than Beyonce? No. Do I think she performs better? Absolutely not. But who am I to say that her art isn't any better? I don't listen.
Right.
So,
right. Same.
So
which is why I wasn't really pressed about SZA being snubbed for album of the year. Yeah. I listened to SZA album and I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
I've never listened to a Taylor Swift album. I've heard singles,
and
some of them are cool, but I'm never listening to a whole project.
Shout out to Taylor Swift.
Man,
that's all I got because I'm not listening to that. But it's just I don't know. I guess the disrespect. It feels disrespectful, lightweight. It's kind of like I don't know.
But then again, we don't know what it's like over there in Taylor Swift world. She really might be turning up over there.
She might be the one.
But
I don't know.
We don't know. I don't know.
But you know what it's kind of like? Think about it like this. It's kind of like the K-pop niggas, right? I don't know. Listen, them boys be rocking them stadiums. I don't know nothing about
BTS
them.
Out here.
BTS and Gangnam Style. He's still outside. We just know about Gangnam Style. I know he got a whole slew of hits. I seen him pop out the stage the other day.
He's still doing it.
I don't know if it's Gangnam Style. It might be another song.
I don't know. Bro, that was a mega, that's a mega smash.
Yeah, exactly.
Mega smash.
So, sometimes, I think we just get caught up in the fact that we want our people to win. And I'm not saying that they're not worthy. But I'm not shooting the Grammys bill either. But it's just like, hey, there are other artists out here.
Man, what? For real. And then she didn't already hit him with Taylor Swift and already hit, hey, my next album coming out in April. She got another album coming out this year. She out here. Damn, she the Tupac of white people?
No, we're not doing this.
We're not doing that?
No, we're not doing this. We're not even going that close. We're not even going that route.
I
already went wild on Black History Month.
I'm about to say it's Black History Month. That's my fault. My bad. My fault.
Especially with the swag surf stuff we talked about last. Come on, bro. All right. Well, let's talk about this, man. Another white institution giving black validation. But we out here, though, right? The 2023 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominations have dropped, Johnny.
Bro, that was hilarious.
I know. We already here.
Yeah, might as well continue.
Yeah,
right?
might as well go, right?
Now, the 2024 nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame were announced or released or whatever. And we got some really heavy hitters, and I think I might know the majority of these artists, white or not.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Mary J. Blige,
Mm-hmm.
Mariah Carey,
Mm-hmm.
Cher,
Mm-hmm.
Dave Matthews Band,
Mm-hmm.
Eric B. and Rakim,
Mm-hmm.
Foreigner, Peter Frampton,
Mm-hmm.
Jane's Addiction,
Mm-hmm.
Kool and the Gang,
Mm-hmm.
Lenny Kravitz,
Mm-hmm.
Oasis,
Mm-hmm.
Sinead O'Connor. Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah.
My fault. Ozzy Osbourne, Sade, and A Tribe Called Quest.
I like.
This is stacked.
I like that.
This is fire.
Let them all in. Fuck
Man,
it.
what? Man, look.
Let them all in. What you talking?
Now, off reading this the first time, is this like a first ballot for Mary J? Because I feel like a lot of these other artists have been in the game longer than her, of course. Because I think she came out like in the 90s, right? Like
I mean,
early, mid-90s?
her and Mariah came out the same year. Oh, well, not the same year. Same time.
Around the same time.
Same time frame. So, what's the criteria? It's like, what, 25 years after your 28? Something crazy.
25 years after like your debut album or something like that.
Well, it's well over 25 then. That's okay. Because you just hit me with the 25 years.
That's
19,
true. You're right. Oh, in 99. Did the science.
So we talking like, I'm pretty sure What's the 411 and Music Box, which are, I think, their debut albums, both dropped in like 93. And if that's the case, they should have went in the hall with Biggie.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes it's just, hey. But you feel like, and this is no slight to Mary J. I love my sister, but I feel like Mariah probably like
deserves it first.
I mean, no, it's just for us like her sales and stuff, right? I don't think there's a comparison in sales.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like just stuff like that. I feel like Mariah ain't got in. Like that's.
Got it. I see.
You know what I'm saying?
I see. And that actually makes sense, right?
Yeah. Like I'm not comparing the art. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about Mariah as her selling records.
That's interesting. So I wonder if either of them have been nominated before and just didn't get in yet. I wonder.
Possibly.
Because I think Missy was inducted last year, and that was her first time being nominated.
Okay.
So that's.
I'm not mad at anybody on that list. A lot of them people I actually do know.
That's what I.
But
let's
focus
right?
on the rap, right?
Yeah.
You got Tribe. Who else?
Eric B. and Rakim.
Okay.
I think those are the only two.
Rap. Now, if this was a rap Hall of Fame, it'll be first ballot, no questions asked. Put them in, both of them.
Oh, absolutely.
As to what they mean, right? And I still feel like put them in, no questions asked. Put them in, like.
I actually agree. And honestly, thinking of Ozzy Osbourne, I'm surprised Ozzy Osbourne isn't in there.
And that I'm glad you brought that up. Now, if we're talking about rock and roll, I know this is not rock and roll in its purest essence, right? Mm-hmm. Because rock and roll with Chuck Berry and rock and roll with Ozzy Osbourne are two different
completely
rock and rolls.
Different.
But that is a heavy metal god, and I'm just surprised that he's not in.
Same.
I'm just surprised.
Same. Let me think. Who else? Cher. Kind of surprised Cher's not on there. Not in there already.
She did the robot with Little Mike.
Man, what? Like with Lil Mike.
Like you hold ass ain't in that shit.
She should have been in it just off the strength
of
that.
I got you, babe. Like she was out here, that nigga.
Sonny and Cher, all
man,
that shit.
What? She should have been.
She done had multiple music careers.
Get her old ass in there, bro. Like you get her in there before she in memorial.
Man, what?
Oh, the next great. Oh, I know that was dark.
That's wild. That's wild.
That was awkward as hell. Dark Ralph. Okay, my bad.
That's fucking crazy. Off the strength of Lenny Kravitz saying black people ain't like him, he gotta
get in.
He had to say that to get nominated.
Ah, that's crazy.
He had to say that to get nominated. Let me think. Kool and the Gang.
It's weird when they start using the soul bands and stuff like that, funk bands. Of course, I'm gonna say Kool and the Gang deserves it, but I hope they feel like that too. I mean, the nomination said. But it's like long after Kool and the Gang has been around and been the thing, the music has been sampled across genres. I think they deserve it.
Same.
It's nothing for me to say there.
And then Sade, I'm kind of surprised. I don't know if she's been nominated before, but kind of surprised she's not in there.
Kind of like a pioneer in that whole Quiet Storm, late 80s, early 90s movement. And then she even came out, a few years ago with Soldier of Love, which I actually like. I don't know if she's released any new music, but I mean, they still one of them ones. Don't get it twisted.
Man, for real.
Man, put everybody in this list in there.
I mean, might as well because
I have no objection. Even Dave Matthews, man.
Man, I was going to say them.
I feel like I know a few of their songs. I just can't name it right now.
Same. Oh wait, I know Oasis is your people.
Yeah.
Wonderwall.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the rest of these people, I don't know. I don't know who Foreigner is. Peter Frampton. Sinead
O'Connor. Now, I'm not the biggest Sinead O'Connor fan. I know she worked closely with Prince.
Okay.
Like I think Prince wrote her biggest song, one of them, something like that.
Got it.
But she dope. It's kind of like a Sade in that way.
Okay.
Musically.
That's what's up. So these are the nominees. I guess in another few months we'll see who actually gets to become inductees. And then I think their induction ceremony is like later in the summer or something like that. So we'll see who actually gets inducted. So I'll try to keep a close eye on this.
Yeah, man. Well, something else happened, right? Another Club Shay Shay interview has hit the web.
Right.
I would say it hasn't had necessarily the impact of Cat Williams, but I feel like Cat didn't come first.
This would have been
this would have blew it out the water. And I think we had that discussion, right? Like who could come behind this? But Monique, Auntie Momo, came out and she did her thing too. She started shooting.
Man, look.
And some good, some bad, some ugly. You can take away a lot from this interview as well. But Johnny, it was one particular part that we wanted to focus on.
Right. So during the interview, of course she she mentioned a lot of different individuals, right?
Yeah.
Who from her perspective mistreated her, right?
Yeah.
In the industry.
Yeah.
One person that she felt mistreated her in a sense is Cat Williams. Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart. So during the time where Monique was blackballed in the industry, right?
Yeah.
She had a conversation with Kevin Hart where out of his own generosity wrote her a check. I'm going to assume a very sizable check because at the time Monique said it was very difficult for her family to really sustain life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So Kevin Hart gives her the check. At some point Monique does pay the money back to Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
And after that they had another conversation, right? Kevin Hart was on board with Monique as far as becoming an executive producer for, I guess, an updated version of Monique's talk show.
Yeah.
So Kevin Hart pretty much stamped and said, "Hey, whatever you want to do, you have my full backing, my full support.
Yeah.
Let's go through with it."
Yeah.
So when that happened, Monique, she called whatever the studio was that she was working with at the time. She said, "Hey, I have Kevin Hart. He's going to executive produce. We got the green light. Let's get, do what we got to do."
Yeah.
So the studio reaches out to Cat Williams' manager, whoever this I forget the individual's name. But in that moment, the manager said, "We want nothing to do with Monique."
Yeah.
So Monique, confused, goes back and calls Kevin Hart, tries to clear everything up, and then has never heard from Kevin Hart since. And I think she said it's been like 2 or 3 years since that happened.
Yeah.
So I get my question is, I guess, who's in the wrong here? Is anybody wrong? Did Monique go about that wrong? I just want to talk through the whole scenario to get your thoughts on it.
There's nobody wrong here per se. I'll say that because these things happen in the industry all the time, right? People give you empty promises.
Okay,
and
true.
That's how I look at it. But okay, maybe you can say Kevin is wrong because maybe you think that your brother in comedy would not do you as any Hollywood exec or any other producer or anything would, treat you.
Especially coming off of getting the check, the personal check, right? It's like, okay.
Well, that's easy for Kevin, right? But to align yourself probably cost you more money than any check he could have just handwritten and had. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like,
that's true.
To have Heartbeat or Kevin Hart Productions,
whatever
it's called,
it is,
to be attached to anything Monique had when she's radioactive toxic.
Man, what?
Considered that way.
Yeah.
Perceived, right? When Black Hollywood, the blackity blacks ain't fucking with you, like when you can't get a Tyler Perry film, my nigga, woo.
Yeah, that's different.
It's dumb. It's out. It's bad for you. When Tyler Perry won't put you in an episode of Sisters, brothers, right? Yeah, one of them goddamn movies. Like she can't be Medea's sister. Like she can't. Like she can't. Like
Medea got 72 different movies, and some of them are sequels, and Monique can't get in one of them.
Like she could be in Booth or
Man,
none of that shit.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. But no, it's funny how the industry puts you against and makes you make tough decisions. I'm pretty sure Kevin Hart and Monique, I know they work together on Soul Plane. I don't think they've had any other bad interactions or anything like that. So now when it comes down to Kevin Hart, the businessman, you know what I'm saying? How do you protect your brand, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he probably said that, and then the manager was like, "Hey, my guy, my man,
my job is to manage you.
Right.
This is a bad management decision.
Man, what?
This is mismanagement."
So Kevin probably said that with all the purest intentions of the world, because I mean, now granted, I'm only going off the persona of Kevin, right?
Yeah.
I've always felt like no matter what, right, he still was kind of a genuine guy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I still felt like that, no matter how high his star has risen. But then again, we don't know. Hey man, you don't get to be Kevin Hart just being Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. But that goes toward the conversation we always have about these like super high earning millionaires and billionaires, right?
Yep.
You don't get to become a billionaire without doing some shady shit.
Oh yeah,
it's no way.
Listen, you don't get to be J.B., Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, Oprah, none of them niggas that we like the Lord. But listen, they had to step on somebody's toes, to get to that point.
And then another thing that came out of the interview, and we can get off the interview, right?
Yeah.
Tyler Perry admitted to Monique that he started the rumor that got her blackballed in Hollywood. Now, insane, and she has audio proof of this.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, that's incredibly nasty. Incredibly nasty, right? Do you think Monique is right in requesting compensation? Because she said that she potentially lost out on about upwards of like $10 million. Because at the time when that happened, she was making roughly $2 million a year just from all of her various jobs, right? Yeah. So to start a rumor that stopped her from working for how many ever years and potentially losing out on millions of dollars, do you think that Tyler Perry owes her for that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a direct cause. If people are working off buddy relationships, no matter how good your talent is, right? Because no matter what, I don't think anybody is going around and say Monique was untalented. You know
absolutely not.
We can agree to disagree on stand-ups, but when you talk about comedic timing and acting in films, I think Monique has earned her spot in Hollywood to do that.
For sure.
So if that has stopped money to come into my house, absolutely. I stand on that. Yeah. But let me ask you this. I want to rebuttal that with a question, right?
What's up?
Do you think that this kind of diminishes Tyler in a way now that you know this information?
For me personally, no, because I kind of already
had a free.
I already felt like he was that type of person.
Yeah.
Like again, like we just said, you don't get to become that status of person, billionaire and all that, without doing some BS.
Yeah.
Now it's just so happened that we got proof that this happened. Yeah. Who knows what else he did? I already got it out for him and Oprah.
But this is my thing, right? It's kind of like, I don't know why we want billionaires to have this heart of gold, even though that's the persona that they put on, because that's what Tyler kind of led with.
Oh, for sure.
But like we said, he is a Hollywood executive. He is no different than anybody you want to name, right? I'm not going to name him the most heinous because Harvey Weinstein came to mind. I'm not going to say that, but it's like you got to think about how much money he has put in black families. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to think about okay, he might have stopped Monique, but think about all these other niggas that have been in, we joke about SZA and bruh, but listen.
Hey, they eating.
Somebody eating off of that. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like, man.
I know. And I look at it like this. If he doesn't, he clearly probably don't want to just write a check and, just hand her money over.
Nah.
Cast her. Like, put her in something. At least get her career back jump started when it comes to TV and film, right?
I don't know why it's so hard for them to just make that shit right. Like, I'm not saying that Monique is wrong. I actually think she's right to feel and entitled to feel the way that she feels, right? Because she wants y'all to know that the people that y'all go crazy over really have messed me over in life. And it's a real simple fix, right? Like, why don't, Oprah, she has her own network. No joke, no pun intended on that, right? You can just have a talk show with Monique on there as your morning slot,
God.
right?
What?
And then Tyler Perry could be a producer on it. Like, it's really simple. It's a really simple fix. Like, things like that can win you back over in the public, in the court of public perception, right? A court of public opinion.
You're right, but they're not good people.
I know, right?
They're not good people. So,
yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
I know. That's just.
I mean, it's kind of like it is what it is.
Yeah,
but then again, rich people problems.
No, for real.
I know. I hate to discount it like that. I don't want nobody, saying, oh, this is. I'm not even middle class, poor nigga problems. Like, well, that's how people treat me. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. Oh, you have to work 9 to 5? Ha, silly Negro.
Damn. Anyway,
Martin Luther King didn't march for this.
He didn't, but yet again, here we are. Happy Black History Month.
Oh God. Okay, let me ask you this before we kind of wrap up whatever we got. Right.
What's up?
Is there any burning movie blurred questions that you had?
Well, like we talked about in pre-production, like I'm debating on if I want to go see Madam Web this weekend, like because I know the Bob Marley movie comes out the same day, so it's gonna be either or. I guess it'll be a game time decision.
Right,
I don't know.
Coin flip. Time. What time works better for my schedule?
I know, right? Look. But I don't know. Like I wonder if there's gonna be like a surprise comic book movie trailer during the Super Bowl. Something we don't know about.
Oh, yeah, because the thing is with the slate, we already know the slate. We already know what movies are coming this year, right? Mm-hmm. We know it may be a Joker trailer, right?
See, I didn't think it, but yes, that would make sense.
Joker trailer. You might get another Craven the Hunter. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing.
I don't know if Sony got the money for that. For a Super Bowl spot. No, not that they don't have the money. I don't know if they want to put up the money for that.
Well, you know what? They just bought half of Mike's masters and recordings, so they probably do got it.
See, there you go. Good point. That's a good point.
They might have it down. Let's imagine, man, they using Mike's money to make these mid movies.
They value that man's catalog now at $1.2 billion.
I know.
That's nuts.
But I don't know, man. Like, I think this is really going to test the movie market this year with the lack of superhero films, especially from the Marvel side. Even DC, because DC is not slated to put out much this year, right?
Nothing in their, definitely not in their main universe, like you said, Joker. But I don't think anything else is coming out this year. I know Batman 2 is next year, if I'm not mistaken.
Anything in 2025 is supposed to pick back up with James Gunn and what they're doing. Mm-hmm. I don't even know if James Gunn has even started, so it might be later than that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they haven't started production on anything. Like, they're barely even casted anybody. Because, they're supposed to get a new Batman. And they know at least get a new Batman, new Superman, for sure. For sure, yeah. They're supposed to lead off with Superman, I think.
And I don't know.
I think.
And I don't know if those are supposed to come out next year or not.
They couldn't be. They haven't even cast it yet.
Oh, no, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, I mean, listen, if you want a good, Batman, Superman, DC universe to kind of be multi-layered and connected like the MCU is, you have to take your time.
True.
Take your time. True. And then, James Gunn has been going on this crazy media run with, this is what this is. And Marvel doesn't do this, but this is what DC does. Like, he on that type of time. Yeah. Doing it in an eloquent way, but it's just kind of like,
I know. I don't know. The last thing with this Deadpool trailer, I saw a rumor that it's supposed to somehow lead into announcing like the Fantastic Four casting. Now that's a very high level rumor, but I don't know. I do anticipate something about Fantastic Four happening soon. Maybe not during the Super Bowl, but like soon.
Well, the thing is, that's supposed to come out next year.
Yes,
they better. I ain't saying it's got to be a trailer, today, but yeah.
Nah, that's Nah, that's facts. That's facts.
But nah. Clearly, we have reached the end of our docket. Johnny, what you got for him, bro?
Listen, if you are on YouTube, we appreciate you for rocking with us this long.
Yes, sir.
Hit the comment section.
Yes, sir.
Let us know about any of the topics we discussed today. Mm-hmm. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Oh, no, that's a ding.
Yeah.
Don't break chairs. Keep going.
And hit the notification bell,
Yes,
and
sir.
we'll catch y'all next week. Now, if you're on audio,
Song of the week.
you
song
know
of the
what
week,
time it
song of
is.
the week.
OS song of the week. Real quick, I don't know if you noticed this, but